Hello, welcome back to the channel of Rare and Unique Handbags. My name is Joe. I'm a bag collector and authenticator. On this channel, I will introduce you some of the rare handbags from my personal handbag collection and share with you some of the knowledge of bag making, bag authentication, and bag use and maintenance. So today, as you can see in front of us, we have a Jige Elan. Again, as I explained in my last video, when we have the word Elan, E-L-A-N, which is actually animal, it's like a deer in French, which means they have long legs. That's how I understood it. They have long legs, so bags with Elan are normally like handbags with longer shape, horizontally longer shape. So for Jige, we actually have currently I think 6 models. We have this one Jige Elan 29, which means this width is 29 centimeter, and we have Jige Elan 35. Let me see, it's 29. I'm pretty sure it's 29. Yes, exactly 29. We have 35, so which is much bigger, and we have two Jige which are more square shaped. One is the 29 square shaped and 135. Those two, they do not have, actually from the lining you can see this one has chèvre lining, the goat skin lining, lambskin lining. Oh, hold on, chèvre is lambskin, goat skin lining, and no, chèvre is lambskin, sorry. And the 29 25 square Jige, they are of canvas lining, which I do not really like, because once you get them dirty, it's very hard to deal with. The other two that I'm not, because I mentioned 6 models, so 2 Jige Elan, 2 Jige normal with canvas lining, and then we have a smaller model which is like 20, which is like wallet size, which is called Jige Mini. And then it's more like a wallet. And then you have another thing which is relatively recent. It's called Jige Duo, the duo version, which means you have a Jige, which is like a normal Jige Mini, but slightly bigger. I think it's 21 something centimeter. Knowing Hermes, it should be 21.5. And then you have a small, this is like a pouch with you can put credit cards and some cash in it. I think it's quite nice version of it. Well, coming back to this Jige Elan we have in front of us, as you can see, it's a black box skin. Again, people are always surprised by how beautiful the box skin can age with its own patina and everything, but also I have to warn you, you would also be very surprised by how easily they can be destroyed with nails. Yeah, so today if I have this, normally I don't have any nails, but this today if I put it here and clash, there will be a big mark on it. But this mark would actually soften and disperse into the leather with time. With time, we're talking about years, like tens of 12, 20 years. And then you would have a beautiful aged box skin bag with some patina. Like this one has some patina. As we can see, it's not completely new, glossy new. It has a patina. Patina in English. Well, the Jige is a quite old model. I think it's from the third generation of Hermes family. So definitely very old model. It has a very recognizable closure, which is a H closure. You slide this piece, what we call langue, which means the tongue, into the H. This part is sewn onto the leather. This part is can go through, so which is a very elegant solution for the closure, I would say. It's a very flat bag, as you can see. It's very flat, very flat. So which means you can put a lot of things in it, but you would also be surprised by how many things you can put in it. I can show you. For example, this is my iPad mini. If people don't believe, but see, it actually goes in perfectly and it holds the shape like this. I love this Jige Elan for being able to host my iPad mini. And I very often would also put an umbrella in it. It actually doesn't destroy too badly the shape, you see. It's actually, it holds quite well, and it's not surprising with an umbrella. So it can definitely hold all the necessities from umbrella, iPad, wallets, lipsticks, a little perfume. That's what I would carry normally. Wow. Something that I want to explain again, knowing if you know my channel, I talk a lot about how the handbags are made, especially the stitching. On this particular model, there's only one part, which is hand sewn, which is very understandable. As I explained, that with the modern machinery getting better, there are more and more percentage of Hermes handbags which are machine sewn, ranging from, I would say, 50% to 100%. And for this particular, well, the Hermes artisan, they would actually analyze the bag where there are stitches, and then they would see if it's necessary to do hand stitch. They would still do hand stitch if they feel it's a part where you have a lot of tension. Tension being, for example, on this particular bag, there's only one part. Here, obviously, it's not hand sewn. There's no tension at all. These lines, they're just holding a piece of leather together. There's no tension. Not necessary to hand sew stitch. Here it has a little bit tension, but only on this part. That's why they double stitch this part. As you can see, they double stitch this part. The same here. They would double stitch here, as you can see. The two stitches. Oh, sorry. They would double stitch here. All these stitchings, they are machine stitch. As I told you again, if you can see, it's right slants. Let me see if you can see it. You see it's right top, left bottom, right top, left bottom, and right slants, which means they are, and also the other side, they are left slants. You can see, for example, here. They are left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom. So it's very hard, black on black. Sometimes when you look at a picture, because of the lighting and the shadow, on photo, the black, especially black box skin, you have the feeling they are left slants, because actually the holes, the punched holes, they actually are more visible than the thread itself. So you have the feeling that they are left slants. I don't know if you see what I'm talking about. You have the feeling they are left top, right bottom, they are left slants, but actually those are the holes. So when the holes are left slants, the threads, they are right slants, the stitches. It's easier when you look at it in front of you, but it's definitely harder when you are just looking at a photo. But unboxing, something easy to see, it's this special line that we talked about. This line between the edge and the stitches. You see the line here? Again, someone else once told me, if you can always see the line, then it's fake. If you cannot see the line anytime, then it's fake. If you can see it sometimes and sometimes not, then it means it's a real one. So on this bag, there's only one part with tension, which is here, here, and here. Because when you put the languette in, it has some tension on the edge. So that's when you should hand stitch, as you can see. Those stitches, they are left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom. That means they're hand stitched. Yeah, this part the same, the whole edge. This part normally they do not need to, but as the artisan is already doing this part, he also hand stitched this part. But I have already seen the edge where this part is not hand stitched. It is possible to find Jige that way. And as you can see, they actually put a very thick piece of leather to create this more 3D effect, and also to have some space between here, between the leather and here. So there's a space, as you can see. So this piece of leather is definitely thicker than here. So again, I feel it's a very elegant solution for the closure. I really like the Jige model, but not the canvas one, because the canvas one they tend to be much softer too, so they don't keep the shape. I don't like that. This is actually quite old model, I think. Let me see the year stamp. Oh gosh, I don't think you can see the year stamp. It's actually here. The year stamp is here. It's actually oh, I can't actually, for the year stamp, especially on lambskin, you need to look at it under sunshine. Do not do it under lamp or artificial lights. It's much easier under sunshine. I think it's something in a square X. No, T in a square, I think. And for those who don't know, when you have the when you see the year stamp, you have to check online. So just Google Hermes. Just Google Hermes year stamp, and then it was definitely not T in a square, because I think then it's L in a square, which is 2008. Then from 2015, they do not do the square anymore, so it's quite confusing. But up to 1970, there's no circle or square. And then from 2015, again, there's no square or circle. But I think it's kind of hard to mix up some bag before 1970 or after 2015. So maybe that's the decision. And also, it is very hard sometimes to find where the year stamp is, but it's normally inside. For this type of shape, it's very often here, and for the Birkin, it used to be, or caddy, it used to be behind the straps, but now they're also somewhere here. The Hermes artisans love playing the game of hiding the ear stamp. Well, so so this is the Jige Elan that I talked about. Again, what we need to know is first, it's a clutch bag, because the lining is not canvas. That's how I see it. When it's canvas, I don't consider it as a clutch bag. Second, it's we analyzed the stitchings. So this, I think, is a good example of showing where we should have hand stitch, where we should have machine stitch, and 3, the box skin. The box skin, you have to actually put moisturizer on it, otherwise it might have these cracks on these more curvy shapes. So especially the thicker pieces, because this long is a thicker piece compared to the body, because both sides is calf skin. So when it's thick like this, the outside tend to crack. The same thing would be very noticeable on the caddy, an old caddy on the handles. When I make a video with an old vintage caddy, I can show you. So when you buy vintage cow skin, especially box skin or Cadillac skin, all these glossy skins, you have to pay attention if they cracked. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for following. And if you like what I'm doing, please follow my channel. Thank you very much.